When you create that distinction and you understand these things, then you can properly express yourself and ask the right questions. When they ask their questions, you answer with the question. You ask the right questions, and you can challenge jurisdiction. You can do a lot of different things, and they can't go further because the law's not broken. It works perfectly as it's designed. The statutes, the legal system is not broken. It's perfectly aligned with universal law, and they won't violate universal law because then they will reap the karmic debt. But if they can trick us into consenting, then they have consent and they're not violating karma. They're not violating universal law. So they don't reap any karma because it's contractual consent. It really goes to education, to knowing who you are, finding the inner voice, connecting to the inner authority, and then being able to express yourself as the inner authority. I'm the authority here. That's how I talk to police. I go up to cops. Cops come up to me and are you in distress? How may I help you? I'm the authority here. What can I do for you? Do it with respect. You've got to speak with authority and respect because you don't argue law on the side of the road in a traffic stop. These people are policy enforcers. That's why they're the police. Policy. They enforce policies, which are not law. They're statutes. And so you don't argue with them because they don't have the capacity or the knowledge to even barely do their job, let alone know what you're speaking about. And there's many times where I've interacted with police, and I've had them threaten to arrest me, or that I ask them different things, and I say, look, you have a qualified immunity, correct? You know about these amendments. You think that I'm in your jurisdiction. I'm not, and you're about to violate my civil liberties that are not granted by you or anyone above you. They're granted by the Creator above all of us. And if you want to go ahead and violate these civil liberties that I've cited to you, and you want to proceed in your aggression and the costing of me and kidnap me, and you want to bet your life and your career and your well-being, like you got to put food on the table, you got a family, do you want to bet the well-being of your family that you know the law better than me today in this moment in time? And then I stick out my hands with, like, I look at them like, cuff me, then take me to your leader. Do you, and they look at me and they look at me weird. And I say, do you answer to anyone? Do you make all of your decisions, or do you have to answer to a sergeant? Are you the authority of yourself in this position? Or are you a subject? Well, I answer to my sergeant. Well, that makes a lot of sense. You're not even qualified to talk to me. I make all of my own decisions. Please take me to the person who doesn't answer to someone above them. Who's the authority here? And when you look at them and say, take me to your leader, they don't know what to do. Most of them don't know what to do there. They just blankly stare at you for a moment, and you can see their wheels turning. And you speak to them with authority and respectfully, because that's what they answer to. Policy enforcers are trained dogs. They're the guard dogs of the attorneys. They bring birds back. They bring animals back. They serve the attorneys and the judges.